Gibson slashing prices. Stay tuned. We're going to fill you in on what's happening.
Slash. I see what you did there. Got it.
Man, Johnny, you're smart. Hey, it's me, Baxter.
Me, Jonathan.
Casino Guitars are talking about money in guitars.
Whew.
Gibson has done it. They have taken $200 off of their Les Pauls.
Off.
Off, not
Down.
up. Down. This is
Down.
not a normal thing. This happened with Gibson, gosh, back in the JC days.
The JC, the curly era.
The short-lived, wonderful curly era. That was it was a glorious moment.
I thought so.
I thought it was like a return to form, and maybe things are even going to be better. But it was a cool post-Henry moment. And I thought we were going somewhere. But hey, he's off, probably doing something really cool, like on boats. So the price cuts have happened. There's also massive price cuts in Marshall.
Yep.
There's been a little known shop that we all love, Sam Ash, has announced its complete closures are coming soon. It's clearance sales right now. I've also heard rumors from other manufacturers that there's new cool products coming out and toys for us to get our hands on that might not have outrageously crazy price increases. It might actually be the normal prices. Maybe. So what does this say? Are we done with like the crazy? Like, well, okay, so during COVID, during that time, prices kept going steadily. It was, I mean, I'd say
Supply chain. We can't get anything. You know, that was part of it, right?
That's part of it.
But there was a huge increase in demand.
That's part of it.
For guitars, that was part of it.
There's a huge increase for profits, or the desirability for profits, I feel like in some cases too, where just, you know, they're like, hey, everyone wants our stuff. We can't make enough of it. Charge more. I thought that happened with some of the companies. And some didn't. They were just like, hey, let's be cool with it. Let's raise like what we have to get the stuff in from, if there's any like overseas components coming from China, let's make sure we get them in. Yeah. I know some of the companies were sending boats out to the freighters to offload certain technological pieces that they needed to have to finish their construction. But no, it's also just it's a sign of the times. I mean, like the massive building that they were doing during the pandemic times, they don't need to do that as much right now.
So do you think, is this out of the goodness of the manufacturer's heart? Is it because sales are slowing down? Is it because they're saying, okay, people don't have as much expendable income, people are a little worried, it's an election year, we got to do this? Like, what do you think is driving this?
I mean, I think everything you said is pretty plausible, nice ideas. I don't know if kindness of the heart is necessarily one of them.
We just want to charge people less, by God. We want more people to have guitars.
We're doing more
for less money.
For them and less for our shareholders. That's what we do. We're a business, by golly's sake. No, this isn't The Patriot. Fun movie to watch with your kids, by the way. Sorry. There's some violence and
he's brutal with that tomahawk.
That's awesome, though. I wish I had a moment like that with my children. Not on them, but so they could witness my awesomeness as dad.
And just be a fearful awe of you the rest of your life.
Talk back to me, son? It's bedtime.
You're just sitting there holding the tomahawk, you know.
You see what I can do.
Son, you remember.
No, I mean, there has been a slowdown, obviously, but it's also a slowdown met by like massive production. They didn't scale back the production quick enough. It sort of slowed up.
Right.
And that was it wasn't like this is almost a knee-jerk reaction. And we have so many units. I've talked to other manufacturers that we don't even work with. So many want to get into other shops right now because there's just so many pieces they've overbuilt. Like,
except Gibson doesn't want to be in our shop. Every other shop, but not here. Sorry, it's
the
very
truth
sad.
Hurts sometimes. Yeah. It's like an arrow to the
arrow
to the kidney, the upper plectrum kidney. I know nothing about medical terms. I just like to make up stuff.
It'd be really funny if your kidney's
right here next to it. It lives on top of my heart, also on top of my small intestines.
Your hard kidney. I need
to go to school.
Your normal kidneys and your hard kidney.
Did they teach you stuff in high school? Because I wasn't paying attention if they did.
They didn't really. I mean, it was fine. You could have learned, but
they don't teach much. I was asking my kids about the French Revolution. They're like, they didn't know anything. I have to teach them, man. It's just part of the deal. No, it's so the Les Paul, let's just start. It's $29.99. They rolled it back to $27.99. It was $24.99.
That was like in 2019, right?
During the JC days.
Yep, that's right.
And so it's gone up $500 since then during the, you're looking at like $100 a year almost.
I mean, you could keep like cut it a little. Oh, they lowered prices, and then just creep it back up. Oh man, they lowered prices. It's only $32.99 now. It's amazing.
Because it was, I think it was $32.99 at one point.
Well, it had gotten up there.
$31.99.
You were over $3 when they made those price cuts. You were over $3 for like a standard Les Paul, if I'm not mistaken.
At one point, I remember $31.99.
I remember a time in the not so distant past where you could get into the Fender custom shop, not like top heavy relic, Masterbuilt, but like an NOS, getting there the base models for the same money as a standard Les Paul. You know what I mean? Like you were close, right? Like just standard Gibson,
like
and top of standard Gibson and bottom of they were the same.
There was.
I mean, which is crazy. I mean, it's crazy to think about new Fender custom shops in the threes, but that was the reality there for a while.
Those days are gone too. No, it's well, and with the I mentioned it, we have a whole video on it. Please check it out on Sam Ash's closure. We have multiple videos on Sam Ash. We've always been big fans of Sam Ash.
I like Sam Ash.
We're planning on going to maybe visit for a final visit, just to say farewell. But with that closure, that's a huge reseller of these major brands like Gibson. And like Marshall was the one that blew me away. I learned about this about 3 weeks ago, maybe. It was a Thursday. I remember somebody called us and man, he asked me about the Blues Breakers. Like, what do you think about Blues Breakers? I'm like, they're awesome. They're very loud, lots of headroom, much cleaner than some of the other Marshalls. If you want to feel like you're the bass Blues Breaker. I almost call it the bass breaker in my mind.
The bass breaker.
No, that's not no, but as the price cut, I think it's still there in Sweetwater. If you're looking for a Blues Breaker, it's
those
insane.
amps were really expensive for a while. Like those and all that sort of line of those hand wired.
Well, this is in the hand wire. This is the standard Blues Breaker, but it's still like an $1,800, $1,600 price cut. It's madness. It wasn't like 10% off or some small little thing. Like this isn't quite 10 off on the Gibson thing, but it's getting close there.
Yeah,
7.6 or something. It's not a bad discount.
It's not bad.
I'll take it.
It's better than a price increase.
No, but right now is a weird time, and a good time too. Like if you're looking to buy, there's stuff out there that have been sort of premiumed for so long that you can get it a little bit less on the price as a screeching. I feel like it's an episode of Hellraiser out there.
It is exactly that.
So I sort of think when I hear those sounds.
What are they called? What are those things called?
Cenobites.
Cenobites.
I was like, not symbiotes. Cenobites.
The Cinnabons. What? No, okay. It's less scary when you think about it like that. They're just buns.
They just make you fat and give you diabetes.
I mean, also
diabetes.
scary.
That is a scary thing. You don't want to have that. Don't have.
I wonder if a Cinnabon is still good. Like the ones you used to get in the mall.
I don't think.
I probably not.
It's like Vienna sausages.
Yeah. I mean, it's still good.
That's still good.
No, it's not. It's not. Don't lie to yourself. Spam is great.
No, I'm not into Spam. I met some fancy, like, sort of hoity-toity people in Durham the other day, and they like Spam. It sort of confused me.
Maybe it's old school. I can only imagine what's in Spam now. It used to be bad, but it's even worse now. But
now it's just tuna.
Fried bologna. We were talking about fried bologna. I know that we're off on the tangent.
Had some horrible fried bologna up in Wilkesboro the other day.
I don't even know how you can have horrible fried bologna.
It was so thick. I think they're trying to do it. It needs to be thinner where it curls up a bit.
Curls up a little bit, and you cut those little, you cut the edges so it.
Yes, they didn't do any of that. It was just like a big chunk of pan.
Maybe they didn't know.
Honestly, I guess they didn't know how to make drinks either. Well, and my drink was called the Ricky Bobby, and that should be perfection.
That should be amazing. I feel like there should be Mountain Dew involved.
God bless you for saying that. No, so it's just a state of maybe what's happening within Gibson right now and some of the other manufacturers. So stay tuned. It's fascinating. And I'm sorry.
Riveting.
The noises outside are just cracking us up a little too.
Yeah.
It's loud. It just made me happy.
I hope you guys can hear it. That's all my hope.
I know it's small here, but
Derek will AI it out.
I hope not. Stay tuned. It's a time to maybe take advantage. If you've been on the fence about a Les Paul, jump on that. I don't know if this is affecting my favorite Les Pauls because Wildwood has the sort of the Wildwood Select Les Pauls.
Those are really and we've had a few come through the shop.
They're amazing.
I wish that I could say they weren't so much better than the regular like 50s and 60s standards, but they are.
Yeah, if you're on the fence,
somehow they are.
Hop on over to Wildwood, give them a shout. Tell them Baxter and Jonathan sent you.
That's right. They'll be like, who? No.
Ask for whoever. They're all great there, except for that one guy. Sorry if you get him. But it's pretty good. No, I think that's kind of it. So just check it out and let us know what you're finding there too. It's really cool. So we like to see when this stuff happens and sort of figure out what it's meaning to. We're gonna make some more phone calls, find out a few more truths.
It's just interesting.
Hey, click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Go see a movie.